Okay, wait, Lucas. Why does English do this to us? You hear someone say, I don't know if she likes him. And then 5 minutes later, I don't know whether she likes him.
And the weird part is, textbooks usually say, yeah, they mean basically the same thing. But when real people speak, they don't feel the same at all, Mizu.
Exactly. Sometimes if sounds super casual and natural, but whether suddenly sounds more serious, more careful, almost more intelligent somehow.
Right. And native speakers don't usually sit there thinking about grammar rules. They just feel which one sounds better in the moment.
And honestly, Lucas, that's why this topic confuses so many English learners. Because technically both can be correct, but emotionally they sound different.
Yes. And today we're going to talk about the real difference. Not boring textbook English, real spoken English. The kind you hear in conversations, at work, in relationships, in meetings, in text messages, and even during awkward moments.
Because sometimes saying whether sounds smoother, sometimes if sounds more natural, and sometimes using the wrong one makes your English sound just a little off.
It's subtle, but this is exactly the kind of detail that makes someone sound fluent.
Like small change, big difference in feeling.
And after this episode, Mizu, you're going to start noticing if and whether everywhere in movies, podcasts, and conversations.
Seriously, once you hear it, you can't unhear it.
So today, we'll help you finally feel the difference naturally.
Before we start, tell us in the comments, which one do you use more? If or whether?
Or maybe you just choose randomly and pray it sounds right.
Honestly, same, Lucas.
The city just keeps moving, doesn't it?
The city just keeps moving, doesn't it?
Okay, Lucas, so what's the real difference? Because honestly, sometimes I hear both and my brain goes, wait, aren't these the same thing?
Yeah, and technically a lot of times they are similar, but the feeling is different. And honestly, that feeling matters a lot in fluent English.
So how can learners feel the difference naturally?
The easiest way is this. If usually sounds lighter, quicker, and more conversational. Whether sounds more thoughtful, more careful, sometimes more formal, or more focused on two possible possibilities.
Oh, okay. So if feels more everyday life English.
Exactly, like relaxed conversation English. Something you'd hear constantly between friends, coworkers, couples, family members.
And whether feels more serious.
Yeah, not always formal, but definitely more deliberate, like the speaker is thinking carefully or the decision feels important.
Ooh, okay, wait. I think examples help more.
Definitely. Let's compare them naturally. Example number 1. I don't know if she's busy versus I don't know whether she's busy.
The first one feels super normal, like casual daily conversation.
Exactly. You'd hear that constantly in real life. Fast, easy, natural.
But the weather version feels more careful somehow.
Right. Not wrong, not strange, just slightly more thoughtful or formal, like maybe you're speaking more politely or discussing something more seriously.
Yeah, it almost sounds like the speaker paused to think for half a second longer.
That's actually a great way to describe it. Okay, next example. Can you check if the door is locked versus can you check whether the door is locked?
Oh, wow. This one feels really different to me.
Yeah?
The if version sounds fast and natural, like something you say while leaving the house.
Exactly. Quick spoken English, very natural rhythm.
But whether sounds more precise, like maybe security is important or something.
Yes, like this detail matters. That's why whether often appears in professional situations too.
Interesting. So sometimes it's not grammar, it's importance.
Exactly. The more careful or important something feels, the more likely native speakers are to naturally choose whether. All right, one more. We're deciding if we should move versus we're deciding whether we should move.
Oh, okay. This one is clear.
Right?
The weather sentence sounds way more serious, like life decision, money, stress, future.
Exactly, because weather often feels connected to bigger choices, especially when there are two clear options: stay or move, quit or continue, go or don't go.
Wow, so weather almost highlights the two possibilities more clearly.
That's exactly it. And native speakers feel that automatically. They don't usually study this consciously.
Oh, so sometimes grammar isn't actually the most important thing. It's the mood, the feeling, the situation.
Exactly, Mizu. Fluent English is often emotional, not mathematical. And honestly, that's why translating directly from your language sometimes feels strange, because native speakers are reacting to tone and feeling all the time.
Honestly, Lucas, I feel like I hear if way more in real life. Like almost everywhere.
Totally. Because in casual spoken English, if dominates. It's faster, lighter, more relaxed, and easier to say naturally in conversation.
Yeah. Weather feels like somebody sat down to think carefully.
Exactly. But if feels quick, and everyday English is quick, especially texting, voice messages, conversations with friends, family chats, casual workplace talk.
Oh, that's true. Nobody texts, please inform me whether you are free tonight.
Exactly. People text, hey, let me know if you're free. That sounds natural, easy, human. Let's look at some super common examples.
Okay.
Tell me if you're free.
Very natural.
I'll see if he answered.
Yep. That sounds like everyday American English.
I'm not sure if they know.
I hear that all the time.
Ask if she wants coffee.
That one feels really fast and conversational.
Exactly. And one more. Let me know if you're coming.
Oh, yeah. If somebody said, let me know whether you're coming,
It suddenly sounds more serious.
right? Like it sounds slightly more formal or emotionally important somehow.
Exactly. And this is something learners should really notice. Native speakers usually choose the simpler, smoother option in casual speech. And most of the time, that's if.
So basically, if you're speaking casually with friends, family, coworkers, or texting, if is usually the safer, natural choice.
Yes, especially in fast conversation, because spoken English naturally reduces and connects sounds together, and if fits that rhythm perfectly. Okay, let's do a quick listening moment. Listen to this fast conversation naturally.
Hey, can you check if Jake's here?
Yeah, hold on.
I'm not sure if he texted me.
Now let's slow it down. Notice how nobody is speaking carefully. Everything connects together naturally.
Yeah, native speakers don't say, can you check if Jake is here?
Exactly. Real speech becomes smoother. Like, can you check if Jake's here? The sounds almost connect together.
And I'm not sure if he texted me becomes more like, I'm not sure if he texted me.
Right. The rhythm matters. And honestly, weather is just heavier to pronounce in fast casual speech.
Oh, wait, that actually makes so much sense because if is short and soft.
Exactly. That's why native speakers naturally use it constantly in relaxed conversation. Not because they studied a grammar rule, but because it feels easier and smoother when speaking fast.
And honestly, that's probably why learners hear if so much more in movies, podcasts, and real conversations.
Definitely. If you start listening carefully, you'll notice native speakers use if again and again and again in daily speech.
Okay, Lucas. So if native speakers use if all the time in daily conversation, when does weather actually sound better?
Ooh, good question. Because honestly, there are moments where weather sounds much more natural. And when native speakers choose weather, it usually has a reason emotionally.
Emotionally?
Yeah, usually the situation feels more careful, more professional, more serious, or more focused on two clear choices.
Oh, okay. So weather isn't random.
Exactly. It appears naturally in certain situations. And once you start noticing those situations, this becomes way easier. Okay, first, professional English. At work, in meetings, presentations, emails, weather suddenly becomes much more common.
Yeah, honestly, if my manager said, we need to decide if this is the right strategy, it sounds okay, but we need to decide whether this is the right strategy sounds more professional somehow.
Exactly. More polished, more organized, more thoughtful. Like the speaker is carefully considering the situation.
Yeah, it sounds calmer too, less emotional, more mature.
That's such a good description. Weather often creates a calmer feeling, especially in professional communication. Listen to these. We need to decide whether this is the right strategy. The company hasn't confirmed whether the event is canceled. I'm unsure whether we should continue.
Wow, yeah, those sound very workplace English.
Exactly. And honestly, in meetings, people often choose language that sounds softer and more careful.
Because work English is usually less direct.
Right. People often avoid sounding too casual in professional situations, and weather helps create that smoother tone naturally.
Oh, okay. So this is why business English sometimes sounds different from movie English.
Yes, exactly. Movie conversations between friends? Mostly if. Corporate meeting with stressed employees? Suddenly, weather. Okay, next situation. This one is super important. Native speakers often use weather when two opposite choices are very clear.
Like A or B.
Exactly. Listen to these. I can't decide whether to stay or leave. We're discussing whether to buy a house or keep renting. She asked whether he was serious or joking.
Oh, okay. This suddenly makes sense. Because the sentence feels like there are two roads.
Yes, that's exactly the feeling. Weather often highlights the two possibilities more clearly.
Like your brain is comparing two outcomes.
Exactly. Stay or leave. Buy or rent. Serious or joking.
Wow. And honestly, using if there doesn't sound terrible, but it does sound less complete somehow.
Right. Native speakers may still say if sometimes, but whether often sounds smoother when the two choices are clearly visible, especially in thoughtful conversations.
Like relationship talks, life decisions, stressful moments.
Exactly. Big emotions, big decisions. That's where weather naturally appears a lot.
Okay, wait. There's another thing I hear sometimes. People say it depends on whether, but I rarely hear it depends on if.
Yes, this is a really important pattern. After prepositions, native speakers often prefer whether.
Okay, wait. What's a preposition again?
Words like on, about, for, with.
Okay.
So listen to these. It depends on whether they agree. We talked about whether it was safe.
Yeah, those sound really neutral.
Exactly. Now, technically, some native speakers do say things like, it depends on if, especially in casual speech. But in more careful English, a lot of people feel whether sounds cleaner.
Yes, depends on if feels slightly messy somehow.
That's the feeling. Not horrible, not impossible, just slightly less polished.
So, if learners want smoother English after prepositions, whether is usually safer?
Definitely, especially in writing, professional speech, or careful conversation. Okay, last one. This is really important because learners make this mistake a lot. When we use to plus verb, we usually use whether, not if.
Oh, wait, like, I don't know whether to go.
Exactly. Listen to these. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. She's deciding whether to quit. We're trying to figure out whether to go.
Yeah, those sound super natural.
Now listen to this. I don't know if to go.
Oof, yeah, that sounds wrong immediately.
Exactly. Native speakers almost never say if to.
Interesting. And honestly, I think many learners say that because they translate directly from their own language.
Totally. And that's why listening matters so much. Because sometimes English isn't logical. It's just patterns your ears get used to naturally.
That's true. The more you hear real English, the more these things start feeling natural automatically.
Exactly. At some point, you stop translating and you start feeling what sounds right.
Okay, Lucas. I think this is the part where learners finally start feeling the difference naturally.
Exactly. Because honestly, the best way to understand if and whether is hearing them inside real situations, not isolated grammar examples.
Yes, like real conversations people actually have.
Exactly. So let's do some natural scenes. And while you listen, don't focus too hard on grammar. Try to notice the mood, the emotion, and why the speaker chose if or whether.
Okay, wait. Are we seriously planning this trip now?
Maybe. But flights are expensive right now.
I know. I was checking prices last night, and honestly, I'm not sure if I can afford it.
Yeah, same. And hotels are crazy expensive too.
Especially near the beach.
Exactly. Also, we need to decide whether we're staying 3 days or 5.
Oof. See, that sentence sounds important already.
Right? Because there are 2 clear choices, 3 days or 5.
Yeah, whether sounds natural there because we're comparing options.
Exactly. Meanwhile, I'm not sure if I can afford it sounds casual and emotional.
Like stressed friend English.
Yes, real-life uncertainty.
Okay, continue the trip conversation.
All right. We should also check if it's going to rain.
Yeah, because if the weather's bad, the trip could be terrible.
And ask if Daniel still wants to come.
Wow, there's so much if in casual planning conversations.
Exactly, because these are quick conversational questions. Nothing sounds super formal.
But the second we start making bigger decisions...
Weather suddenly appears naturally. Exactly.
Oh, okay. I feel like relationships use these words a lot.
Absolutely. Because relationships are full of uncertainty.
And confusion.
Very true. Okay, listen to this. She couldn't tell if he was joking.
Wow, that sounds so natural.
Right. Very emotional. Very conversational.
Yeah, it feels personal and immediate, like someone talking to their friend late at night.
Exactly. Now listen to this one. He wasn't sure whether to apologize.
Oh, that sounds heavier emotionally.
Yes, because now someone is deciding between 2 actions, apologize or stay silent.
Wow, weather really does appear when someone is internally choosing something.
That's such an important feeling. And honestly, native speakers don't consciously think, oh, this requires weather grammar.
Yeah, nobody thinks like that.
Exactly. They just naturally feel this situation sounds more thoughtful.
And then weather comes out automatically.
Right. That's why listening to emotional conversations helps learners so much.
Okay, now let's move to work English.
Where everybody suddenly sounds more professional.
Exactly. Listen to this office conversation. We're discussing whether remote work should continue.
Yeah, that sounds very meeting room English.
Right, because it's formal, careful, and focused on a major decision. Continue remote work or stop it.
And honestly, if would sound a less polished there.
Exactly. Now compare it to this. Can you check if the client replied?
Oh, okay. That sounds way more casual and quick.
Right? Because it's just a simple task. Fast communication, no deep emotional decision.
Wow. Okay, this contrast is actually really clear.
Exactly. At work, native speakers often switch naturally between if and whether depending on the situation. Quick, simple action, usually if. Careful discussion or important decision,
often weather.
That's actually such a useful way to think about it. Not grammar first, but how serious or thoughtful does this moment feel?
Yes, that question helps a lot more in real conversations.
Okay, Lucas, so now I'm curious. What are the common mistakes people make with if and whether? Because I feel like this is where learners get confused the most.
Yeah, this part is actually super important. And honestly, these mistakes are not about bad English. They're just natural habits from overthinking grammar.
Ah, okay. So not wrong, just sounds a bit off.
Exactly. Let's go through a few real situations. Mistake 1. Some learners think, okay, weather sounds more advanced, so I should use it more.
Oh no, I've seen that before.
Yeah. So they start saying things like, let me know whether you're home. Now, technically, it's not wrong, but in casual, everyday conversation, it sounds a bit too formal, like you suddenly switched into office email mode.
Oh, I see. Like you're texting a friend, but sounding like a manager.
Exactly. Now compare, let me know if you're home.
Yeah, that one feels warm and natural.
Right. Simple, friendly, normal spoken English.
So the mistake is thinking whether equals more fluent, but actually it can sound too stiff in casual speech?
Exactly. Fluent English isn't about sounding complicated, it's about sounding natural.
Okay, this one I've definitely heard people struggle with.
Yeah. So here's the common mistake. It depends on if.
It doesn't sound terrible in my head, but something feels off?
Exactly. It's not super wrong in casual speech, but in careful English, native speakers usually prefer it depends on whether.
Ah, okay.
Listen to both. It depends on if they agree. It depends on whether they agree.
Yeah, the second one feels smoother, more complete somehow.
Exactly. That's the key feeling. After prepositions like on, about, for, with, whether usually fits better.
So it's more about sound flow than grammar rules.
Yes, it just flows more naturally in careful English.
Got it.
Okay, this one is very common with learners.
Oh, I think I know this one.
Yeah. People say, I don't know if to go.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Now, the problem is, native speakers basically never say that.
Really?
Yeah, it sounds incomplete in English. Instead, we say, I don't know whether to go.
Oh, that sounds much more natural.
Exactly. Same idea here. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. She's deciding whether to quit. We're trying to figure out whether to go.
So whether plus to plus verb is the correct natural pattern?
Yes, that's the standard structure in spoken English.
Interesting, because I think learners often translate directly from their own language here.
Exactly, and that's where it breaks a little, because English doesn't always follow direct translation logic. It follows natural speech patterns.
Yeah, and once you hear enough real English, you just start feeling which one sounds right.
Exactly. At some point, you stop guessing and start recognizing patterns instantly.
All right, Lucas. Now, I think this is the part where learners should really practice, right?
Exactly, because understanding is one thing, but speaking it naturally is another level.
Yeah, this is where it actually starts to stick in your mouth.
Totally. So now we're going to do a shadowing practice. Just listen and repeat naturally. No overthinking.
Don't translate, just copy the feeling?
Exactly. Try to sound like you're talking to a real person. All right, let's start with casual everyday English. Repeat after me. I'm not sure if he's awake.
Slowly. I'm not sure if he's awake.
Good. Now a little more natural. I'm not sure if he's awake.
I'm not sure if he's awake.
Nice. Next one. Tell me if you need help.
Tell me if you need help.
Perfect. One more. I'll see if she answered.
I'll see if she answered.
Great.
It really feels like everyday conversation.
Exactly. This is the kind of English you hear all the time in real life. Fast, simple, natural. Now, let's switch the mood a bit. These sound more careful, more thoughtful. Repeat. We're deciding whether to move.
We're deciding whether to move.
Good. Feel the difference in tone. Next, I don't know whether to stay.
I don't know whether to stay.
Nice. Last one. It depends on whether they agree.
It depends on whether they agree.
Perfect.
Wow, it really feels slower and more serious compared to if.
Exactly. Even your voice naturally becomes a bit more careful. That's the feeling difference. Now, don't just repeat words. Focus on 4 things. First, stress. Where does your voice go up or down?
Like what word feels important?
Exactly. Second, rhythm. If sentences feel quick and light, whether sentences feel slower and more deliberate.
Yeah, I can feel that already.
Third, emotional tone. Is it casual or is it thoughtful?
Like texting versus decision-making.
Perfect. And fourth, connected speech. In real life, native speakers don't speak word by word.
They connect everything together.
Exactly. So instead of, I am not sure if he is awake, it becomes, I'm not sure if he's awake.
Oh, yeah, that sounds way more natural.
Right. That's real spoken English rhythm.
Honestly, this part makes me feel like I'm actually speaking English, not studying it.
That's the goal. Not memorizing rules, but training your mouth and ears to feel the language naturally.
And if and whether suddenly feel less like grammar and more like tone and emotion.
Exactly. That's real fluency.
All right, here's the big secret. And honestly, this is something most learners never really hear explained this way. Native speakers are not thinking, grammar rule number 47.
Yeah, nobody is doing that in real conversations.
Exactly. Instead, they're just reacting in the moment. They're feeling the situation.
Feeling?
Yeah. Like, is this casual or careful? Is this quick or slow? Is this emotional or professional? Is this just everyday talk or an important decision?
Oh, so it's more like instinct than grammar.
Exactly. And that's why advanced English sounds natural. Not because people memorize rules, but because they understand the feeling of the sentence.
Yeah. And once you start thinking like that, you stop translating in your head.
Right. And you start speaking more naturally. Because you're not choosing grammar, you're choosing tone.
That's actually a big shift.
It is. And here's the simple way to remember it. If is usually lighter. Whether feels more deliberate.
So one is like quick conversation.
And the other is like careful thinking.
Oh, I like that.
And once you start feeling that difference, your speaking changes automatically. No forcing, no overthinking, just natural English.
All right, so next time you hear, I don't know if, or I don't know whether, don't rush to translate it in your head.
Yeah, just pause for a second and feel it. What's the mood here?
Is it casual? Is it careful? Is it emotional?
Exactly. Because honestly, this tiny detail can change how natural your English sounds. And the more you listen for it, the more it just starts clicking naturally.
Now, we want to hear from you. Which sentence sounds more natural to you? I'm not sure if he likes me. I'm not sure whether he likes me.
And try this too. Make your own sentence using if or whether. We'll read some of your comments.
And if this lesson helped you even a little,
It would really mean a lot if you could like this video.
and share it with a friend who's also learning English.
And don't forget to subscribe to Go English so you don't miss the next episode where we make English feel simple, natural, and real.
We're building this together with you guys, step by step.
Yeah, and we're really glad you're here with us.
Thanks for learning with us today.
And remember,
Don't memorize English mechanically.
live it,
Hear it.
feel it.
See you in the next episode of Go English.